Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to Off the Board, and this is also a layout featuring my goodies from Scrapbook Your Joy. That was that fun shopping haul I did and shared with you all earlier in the month. So I decided to play. I am gonna allow myself to use my new products if I'm using it either for a challenge in the Scrapbook Your Joy Facebook group, or if it has to do with 30 days of sketches coming up later in the year. That's my plan. So I'll probably play with a lot of challenges. Anyways, I am starting off by playing with the Crate Paper Fresh Bouquets collection, and basically that's what all of this is. And for the June challenge, one of them was simply to use this sketch. And you all know how I love sketches because obviously I do them a ton. So I'm going to go ahead and play. And I had so much fun with this one, you guys. I went in and grabbed this stencil. It is so pretty and delicate. And I, if you've noticed, have been doing a ton of mixed media lately. No clue where that came from because it's not something I normally do, but lately I have just been in this mixed media type of mood. And it happens, I go through phases like this where I want to do tons of it and then I want to do none of it. So I'm just currently in the I want to do tons of it mood, so I'm just gonna go with it. I do try to make sure when I'm in this type of mood that I scrapbook layouts, like photos from different times, like years, so that all of my layouts aren't like in a year aren't mixed media, nothing. So I do try to keep it a little bit contained in different years so that it all kind of combines itself. So for this one, I took some of this really cool Vicki Boutin rose gold paste, and look how pretty that is. There is a tiny little gap there from where I had to move the stencil. I fixed that, no big deal, but I loved how it looked. I'm gonna go ahead, as the sketch indicates, and do a border, and I picked this beautiful green floral, and I love just the little hint of it because green is not the easiest, but Barrett is wearing a green onesie there, or if they're his pajamas, I'm not sure, but it's green. And so I wanted to kind of nod to the green without being like, hey, there's a ton of green on this layout, it's weird. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm just going to play with the embellishments. So this particular package came with tons of ephemera, lots of different frames, lots of different sizes. I really liked this particular ephemera pack. I think that they did a very good job of mixing it up. So there's some smaller pieces, there's some larger pieces. I tend to use the larger pieces as layering pieces more so than a statement piece to use it for what it is, if there's a saying on it or whatnot. I don't actually tend to use it for that. It normally turns into a layer underneath my photos. It's just how I particularly like them to be. And so, for example, here's this one. I wanted to use that really cool, it's like a piece of notebook paper that's been ripped out, and there's that cool saying. Well, I didn't want the saying to go away, so I do cut the saying out, but then I use the rest of it to back my photo, and I love that. Just a little pop there. Everything is a very soft and a little monochromatic. I do add in, of course, the teal green color there, so that does help mix it up a little bit. But it's kind of funny because these layouts aren't really a soft type of feeling. They actually, my kids were being crazy loud during this time, and what is happening is Nora and Barrett are in a bucket. So the kids' toys, we have this IKEA shelf in the boys' room, and it used to be in our playroom in the old house, and Barrett fits in it perfectly, but we discovered that Nora and Barrett will fit in it together. And so they were both in it, and Jackson is pushing them because we had, like sliding floors. I can't think what you call that right now. They're not quite laminate tile. Ceramic? Are they ceramic? I don't know. Anyways, we had tile floors in the kitchen, and they were perfect for sliding on. And so he just kept pushing them around, and they just had so much fun, and they loved it, and they were squealing, and they wanted more. And I don't know how Jackson did it because I've got some heavy kids, but it was so much fun. They were loving it. So I took a couple of really cute photos, and then this is how the layout turned in, all soft and girly and pretty, but it's not that type of moment at all. So I don't know how it happened, but I'm going with it. I like it. And what this really helps kind of indicate is how lucky I am that the three of them during this time of lockdown and having to stay home, and Jackson not getting to see his friends, and which was hard for him at the old house because his neighbors were his friends and he couldn't go see them. Like, he could wave at them, but he couldn't play with them, and that was hard. And so I was so lucky that, not all the time obviously, but in most moments, three of them came together and were close and got along for the most part. I don't know what I would have done if if they didn't get along as much as they do, because it's summertime and we're struggling a little bit more still. But yeah, I'm glad they're the ages they are, because I think if they were older and Nora understood too, and Nora was mad that she had gotten taken out of daycare and she doesn't get to see her friends either, I think it would be a whole different story, and I don't think I'd have any hair left. So I'm just so thankful for the stages that they're in and how they came together and how they're close and they played together and they've come up with new things to do and all of that. And so that's what the layout kind of turned into, was more of a gratitude layout versus what the action of them actually doing, playing together is. And that's how I kind of made it fit the tone of the layout. And so to finish it off, I'm still just trying to figure out how exactly I want my title to be. You can also see that while I was way jabbering away, I completely rotated it. So because I wanted to cover up that seam from the mixed media and the way that the photos were, I decided to make it so that everything was more right dominated, and that worked so much better than having it over on the left side. Now I'm just trying to find something. I wanted to use this Grateful. It's too large. I cannot make that fit into what I want it to. I don't want to cut it. And so I did try, but that one doesn't work. I do think, however, I found another one with the word grateful that I was able to make fit instead. And I think I said grateful for this moment or something along those lines. And then, of course, the journaling, grateful or forever celebrate this. There we go. That's my title. And definitely when you read the journaling, it explains exactly what I was talking about. And then I just finished it off with a few little gold embellishments and pops here and there. And I am so pleased with the way this layout turned out. It is a little bit more on the simpler side. However, with that mixed media, it really pops. So I'm super pleased with it. I love it. I got to use some new goodies, which makes me so happy. And I have another beautiful layout to add to my 2020 album. So thanks everyone so much for watching. Make sure you check out everyone else today on Off the Board. And make sure you check out Scrapbook Your Joys shop for some goodies. If you're Canadian, $75, you get free shipping. See everyone later. Bye!